I came across some information over 50 years ago that made a profound difference in my life, but it wasn't until 2020 when I was able to begin to put all the pieces together. I don't have any rags to riches stories for you. I didn't become a millionaire at 29 or win some trophy. I didn't invent something that would change the world. I'm just a good person that loves to see people succeed. I've put enough pieces together such that this information will make a difference for you. And I continue to study and invite you to study with me. I'm likely a bit older than you, and I've probably made more mistakes in life than you have. But you know, those Gen Alpha youngsters aren't much different than the silent generation, us boomers, Gen X, the millennials, or Gen Z folks. Every generation has people with dreams of becoming millionaires or gaining celebrity status, while others just want to live simply, and most, at least, have an interest in contributing to a future worthy of future generations' respect. No matter where you find yourself in life, whether that be heavenly bliss or a constant struggle for existence, my intention here is to introduce you to universal laws I've discovered, studied, and practiced over the years so you can have a happy life filled with purpose. I'm not anybody special, and I don't profess to have any answers for you. I'm honestly just trying to be helpful as we enter the age of AI. I've got some inspired thoughts to share regarding humanity's future in this new age, and the information in this course sparked that inspiration, so there's that. I used to have a bookmark that said something like this on it: I shall pass through the world but once. So if there is any good thing I can do, let me do it now, for I shall never pass this way again. Seemed like pretty good words to live by back then, and it still fits today. There's all kinds of really great people out there, and the universal laws we discuss in this course are essential information that can facilitate good or evil. Another poster hanging on the wall when I was a kid read, "The difficulty in life is the choice." So let's begin. In each of these sessions, we will be covering two chapters from the narrations. Now let's get into the first two chapters of the When Is Now course, Volume 1, Chapter 1. In Chapter 1, we introduce the concept of personal power, defined as the innate ability or strength within an individual to achieve desired results efficiently across physical, mental, and spiritual efforts. It emphasizes that this book is not aligned with any specific creed, belief, organization, or doctrine, but is instead focused on the individual reader. We suggest that you have been drawn to this book through certain laws of life and are now ready to absorb its teachings. We assert that the book's content will induce a significant change in you, embedding its principles and methods into your consciousness and practice, often unconsciously. You are advised to approach the book with an open mind, ready for multiple readings and practical application of its principles to validate its truths through personal experience. With the age of AI in full swing, I believe there is a real possibility that humanity may just give up, not recognizing that we are a necessary ingredient to steering the boat. In Chapter 2, Your Master Self delves into the concept of self-consciousness, identifying the I, or ego, as the central agent in our conscious experiences. It emphasizes the undeniable presence and existence of the self-conscious element, which we affirm every time we think or say, "I am." This chapter argues that this awareness is the foundation of all philosophy and the most incontrovertible fact of our existence. It proposes that before one can harness personal power, there must be a conscious recognition of this I as a reality beyond mental and physical instruments. The chapter aims to make the reader aware of their sovereign self, the master self, which is the key to manifesting personal power. It stresses the importance of self-analysis for recognizing and realizing the power of the I, or master self, suggesting that this realization is crucial for the effective application of personal power in one's life. I really believe that you are a masterpiece of nature, and so am I. I encourage you to get the full course, which supports this work, and I'll see you next week. How did this course come to be? Technically, I was first introduced to this information when I was about 16. There was an advertisement in the back of a magazine or something, and I mailed a letter to the publisher to get a 12-volume set of books on personal power. And I explained that I couldn't afford to buy the books, but would be willing to make payments. Instead of accepting any payments, the publisher sent me all 12 volumes of these books, and I read each volume over the years and found them so informative that I gave them all away. In 2020, I went looking for them and ended up purchasing a copy from a collector, exactly the same books I remember from my youth. On April 3rd, 2023, I began publishing the audio versions of some narrations I made of Edward Beale's 1922 classic works on personal power to my website at sanfordfearful.buzzsprout.com. Now, these recordings were made during the 2020 COVID lockdowns as I pondered what I would want people to know that I knew in the event that I died and couldn't tell them myself. These recordings have since become the basis of my new self-study course called When Is Now. The full course is available in your Success portal at members.paulgoulart.com and includes the video recordings of my narrations, workbooks for each lesson, and an optional weekly group Zoom call that I host on Sundays. I encourage you to join me on this journey and get access to the entire video course for only $19.95. The course will greatly benefit you in your life and make the world a better place for everyone. That is my primary objective. When you log into your Success portal, you will have access to Volume 1 of the course, plus a Welcome to Your Success portal course, which explains how we're making direct payments to landlords in exchange for lowering rents for their tenants. Income opportunities are also available to offset those being displaced as AI continues to come for our jobs. Developing your superpowers while leveraging AI and web technologies is essential, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there in the Success portal or on one of my daily group Zoom calls as we succeed together in the age of AI.